And we can just dance the night away until we get no more. I'll shake all the hurt away so you can feel and forget who you used to be. For just tonight, could you just dance the night away?
All right. Now, let's see what we're doing here. What missions do we have? Okay, we need to find out how to get these food items. I don't know how we're supposed to get them. I have one here. I probably should have stayed in there and put stuff away. Yeah, I need to go back in and put stuff away. I totally forgot that my stuff is full. Let's see. Do they have a bank here? Yes, they do. I was pretty sure they did, but I wasn't positive. I was sick yesterday, so I didn't record stuff. So now we record things today. Just being sure. Oh, it's a bronze scythe. Oh yeah, someone gave me this last time I played. So now I have this scythe. They were trying to clean out their stuff, and they're like, "Here, have it." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll take a handout. I don't. It's fine. It all works out." I would have said no, but then I was like, "No, it's fine. I'll take what I can get." I was fighting with my inventory while they were fighting with their inventory, so it worked out well. Let's see. Oh wait, you. Can I see your stats? I want to see if I have a weapon that you can use. So you're using a machete. 20% damage. I like this one's like style. Do I have a sword you can use? For now. I don't know. I know I have parts of swords. Jeweled staff. Okay. I have probably a better shield than you do. Yeah. Alright, is that one armor 10? Yeah, requires 5. Okay. Do I have a better shield? I think I do. The dagger. It's fine. I think he can wear that because it's just a basic shield. It's not anything important. Yeah, it's whatever. That gives me a space to kind of start breaking stuff. I need to go get the basic kits. So let me break all the stuff that isn't basic first. We'll identify this, break it. Master my domain. Items or shields. Okay. I was thinking about not doing that, but I was like, no, I better, because it's kind of cool. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Do you have anything else? That's blue tier. Okay, that one is. Let me break that one. Don't fear the Reaper. Okay. Oh yeah, we have pink. I remember. I have a lot of pink. So I can probably store another one of these in there. Just to get out of the way. And then we'll get that in there. And that. Did I take it out? I did. Okay, cool. Stick that in there. Okay, so these are all basics. So let me go get a merchant and I'll buy a basic kit and rip them all up. for mats and stuff. Sorry, this is... I can give you guidance on that if you want. On which one? The, on the different little, these? Or are you talking about the shield that I just put on him? Okay. Let me talk to you. Yeah, it's excellent. Okay, cool. Just get basic. The feast quest. Okay, yeah, I'll take tips for the feast one. I've been trying to do it for a while now, and I can't seem to find good farming grounds for them. Get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, so much nicer. That one's unidentified. Too much information. I love how they name some of these things. The names for some of these are hilarious and great. Great job, devs. I'm just saying. I don't know if I have enough bones. My bones full? My bones are full. Okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, the feast quests I've been trying, but I haven't been able to get them to drop anything. I might try these ones right here. I got one grass thing to drop, but the iron flesh hasn't dropped. I think the sentient seeds was also something, but I have it dropped, so I have to see. She was attacking one. She was not. Have you dropped anything good yet? No? Fine. Drakes are kinda just isn't, to be honest. There's like 4 on the plains. Yeah, exactly. In the river outside the domain and Champion Dawn. Yeah, that's what I said. There's like not very many of them. The Fang Eboas and stuff are kind of like are okay because there's some of them around. So at least I'm not crazy. I can just keep trying to farm those 4 that we have and see what we can get. At least, like I said, that's at least assurance that I'm not crazy. Not losing my mind yet. I think Jacaranda was the other one we needed to farm, which I think was for the seeds, I think. I'll pull it up my quest log again, so it'll tell me after I kill this guy. Drop me something. No? Okay, fine. Inventory. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. I kind of wish I could move. Hold up. Actually, can I? I can't readjust my schedule thing on there, or the chat thing. I guess it gives me a bigger map, doesn't it? I used to have that on there, but then I felt like it was too much. Quest logs what I need. So you kind of just have to kill those 4 and hope for the best. Plants, you have the right spot where there's a decent number of the plants and Jacaranda around on the Great Hill, yeah. And the last one is the fins. A lot of them in the Reach. And others on the other. Okay. Remember the Reaches over there. There's another one. I want to say there was something using sentient seeds, but I keep thinking maybe it's the pack that I'm thinking of, which I've already got the pouch for, so I don't need it again. But yeah. There's one here. Aww. So brutal and sad. But it's different one. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I am thinking of it. I was pretty sure the sentient seeds were used for something else. But I couldn't remember what. So I'll keep them stored. I have them in the back pocket because they're one of those things you can make money off later, just a little bit. So there's no disbenefit to doing it. Plus, I need to grind for levels anyways because the map that has a lot of the skate in them or whatever is a little higher level than I'd like. In the pond with the bugs, just a bit further south. Unless I misremember. I don't know. Could look. Could also try and kill these slate here real quick. Maybe they'll drop a fin for me. They're also my level. They're a little low at my level, but the idea is the same. No. He dropped a glove. The border's out there. But if you do it, I think if it's not this map, it's the next map over, and they're very similar in appearance, so it's like a completely understandable like mix-up, to be fair. Because even I'm having some of them blur on my mind. There's also some seeds over here. I like this like logo, this icon, it's pretty cool. They're just as terrifying in Guild Wars 2 as they are in Guild Wars 1. And they gave me money. Alright. Oh, it's this one. He's picking fights. For some reason I thought it was the Jacaranda that were fighting me, but it's fine. Oh! Drop me a scythe, that's cool. Okay. Get some gold out of that. Alright, there's some water. What's this over here? I think this leads back around. Can be brutal for some classes. I play warrior and those folks love to turn off adrenaline. Oh, that would suck. As someone who played ranger in Guild Wars 2, they are hell. Like, okay, like they make great pets, right? But they are a pain in the ass. And this one's not doing too bad, but I also have him, so I'm not necessarily having too much issue with that because of that. But they're hell. And the thing is though, the Jacaranda and the Aboge, whatever it is, they are really useful like pets for the ranger and stuff, especially the Aboge and stuff because of healing. And I have seen so many rangers try to rush to get it. And like not like they're out of their league, like they're level 80 and stuff, but they have rushed up that path up there to get it. And they're just like, I need it, but all of the mean ones are guarding the juvenile that I need. I have helped push people, push those enemies away. I once baited one away, so it got a level like, I want to say it was a level 50 in a level 80 area. Get it? So I baited all of the enemies away, but by that point I had like a lot of defense and stuff, so it wasn't a big deal. But when you first get it, it's rough. That Condi is not nice. And as far as in this one, I haven't had too much of an issue, but I've only fought them with this character, and I haven't had my ranger encounter very many of them. So I'm sure ranger and warrior have just as much problems with it as Guild Wars 2 does. These ones are weird looking as monsters. They're scary looking. They look like like a dragon with no tail. Like if you cut the tail off. I don't know if I like that. It's a cool design, but it's also terrifying. I know there's another one back here, I think. Is there? Yeah, it's this way. I think, yeah, there's another one back here, but I have not come back here enough times to know. I'm also really enjoying playing with sight. It's really fun. Like, I'm not super great with it, but I'm not also that bad either. Sun Dutch South. Okay, cool. Don't really need it, but it's fine. But yeah, I want to see there's one back here too. But I can't remember. Sorry, I thought something popped up behind me, and it's just the juvenile existing. I don't see the point of fighting with the juvenile just to fight with the juvenile. I think he's in the midst of all these guys, right? Yeah, he's back there. There he is. The running at me is like annoying. It's like, why are you running at me? How dare you? Yes, I got the Drake flesh. Hell yeah. Pick that up, pick that up, pick that up. We're not... That needs to be in my pocket this instant. We got lucky that time. Maybe that was the one Drake I need to kill, was that one. We'll kill most of these other guys just to get out of the way. Thanks. Jervis has to be my new news character since it's kind of coming back. The animations are fun, and Dervish has a ton of build options. Really? I didn't know that part. I just picked Dervish because I've never done it before. I don't know if it's probably devilish or something, but I call it Dervish. I have been having a lot of fun with it. I found that I was decent at warrior, which I was a little surprised by. I'm not like good at it. Like if it was me versus another player, I would absolutely scream and run away. Like I suck compared to players, but as far as like keeping myself alive, I do okay with the warrior, which I was a little surprised by because I'm horrible. Nah, it's Dervish. You got it right. Okay, cool. Because I can't always tell what a word is, even like sounding out doesn't always work for me. So sometimes I just say whatever just comes to mind and then I name it that. It's just kind of, I just dub things and call it. There we go. Sorry, I was looking around. So we got that. And then we need the fin. Did I get a leaf yet? I've not. Oh yeah, so it's a petal. So yeah. So it is them that I need to kill. It's pretty sure, but I wasn't positive. We're gonna stuff that in there just so everything stays to the front. Is that right? Oh, it needs to go in this pouch. There we go. Language is you don't need the government to tell you how to say words. Well, I have a learning disability, not trying to play woe me here, but my learning disability makes it really difficult to comprehend things that I can't hear. I oftentimes have an easier time with new words if I hear them, but not all the time. Sometimes I hear it and I still can't get over it. For instance, I went most of my life, instead of saying ramen, I was calling it Roman noodles, okay? So, like, it's that kind of level. It took me a long time to start, like, trying to get ramen correct in my brain. So, because of my learning disability, it makes it to where I'm just a little funky with language. I can comprehend what I'm getting at, but no one else can. So, it is what it is in the matter. It could be so much worse. To be fair, but like I said, I try not to make it seem like it's an excuse, but it does explain my level of dumbness sometimes. Nah, it's a government obsession. Capital letters, capital buildings. Coincidence? Probably, but I'm choosing to believe it's not a coincidence. It's a coincidence. Conspiracy. Sorry, conspiracy. Wrong word. I think that personally, I have a suspicion that the human brain likes organization, and it becomes a bit. I was waiting for it to see if it attack us, because if it was gonna attack us, I was gonna take it out. And because of that, it leads to like almost obsessive behavior as far as like wanting things to be so proper, you know. So it's like it makes our brain go think nice, like comfy. It's kind of like how like putting on warm socks feels sometimes, you know. So I think the conspiracy is that most humans want a uniform, like organized fashion. This does end up meaning that you end up getting people who are very strict about it. Just like how you have HOAs who have good intentions theoretically for the betterment of their area, like for their people wanting like their area to be nice and clean and kept and everything. But then it gets to the point where it becomes too obsessive and then they start getting controlling. I think the same thing can be said for languages to some extent. There's people who want it so to the point, and it's like, that's cool and all, great for you. I can't do that. I can't fit into those margins. That box is too tightly fitted for my lack of box shape. But anywho, okay, I was about to get really like happy because I thought that this thing was like, I thought it was a bush, and then I was like, oh wait, no, he's just a boss. But he's a pretty boss. Look at the little red, it makes him look like a fall bush. I like it. Fight him. This started off me just coming over here and getting it. I also kind of want, more sentient root. I think I have enough. I think I only needed like 3 of them. But that boost is nice. Okay. There, with the bony. There you go, come here. I also remember, okay, so my ranger on Guild Wars 2 has called this creature, its pet, Bon Bon, because I thought it would be cute to give a cute name to an ugly monstrosity. And my Jacaranda on Guild Wars 2 is also called Demon, because it took me, I died like 5 times trying to get it as a pet. I had to kill an entire field full of them to get it. I was extremely upset, but I got it. So I, in vengeance, called it a demon, and it was extremely effective in combat. And it got me through a lot of fights, so I was appreciative. But anytime I see a ranger struggling to get this pet and the Jacaranda, I'm always like, hold my beer, I got you. Let me get rid of the evil ones, and then you just go touch it. Because I have such a vendetta against them. They... like, I was so irritated. It's like, out of all of the pets I've ever had to gotten in Guild Wars 2, because I'm trying to collect all of them, right? Those 2 were the absolute freaking worst. Because they are surrounded by mean Condi monsters. And the other one, in Guild Wars 2, they cause stun real bad. I haven't noticed them doing stun in this one, but I also have a healer constantly healing me, so sometimes I miss the signs. How are you letting them pass? But the moment I come into your persimmons thing, you start picking fights. Rude. I think mostly Tiger for Fury spam, but I don't do much with Ranger and Guild Wars 2, so I don't remember really. That's fair. Well, with Guild Wars 2, I like the Tiger in this game. I know that it doesn't really, the pets really don't matter per se. It matters how you handle combats and stuff with your pets and things. But with Guild Wars 2, the White Tiger is actually really good for healing. And I think the basic Tiger does do a lot of speed boosting, and I think it does mostly Fury spamming. Yeah. But the White Tiger is really good for some builds. I think my Untamed uses White Tiger, and at one point my Druid did. But I think my Druid now uses other things. So it's still good. I had one ranger who did not want to change out their tiger because they liked their white tiger. It was their favorite pet. And they're like, do I have to? I'm like, no, you don't have to. You're just not going to do as much DPS or healing as you would like. But you're not going to like weigh everyone down. It'll just take us like a second longer to do it. Because we were doing a strike, I think, or a raid. It was one of the two. And they felt bad. I'm like, don't worry about it. You have a pet. Your pets, as long as you keep your pet in chain, in like lashed to your side, and it's not causing problems, no one's gonna care what you're using. And also, you're the ranger; you get to make the decisions. It's your pet. Pets are more of a for in Guild Wars 1, yeah. That's what I said. It's cool because I read some of the articles on it. I'm still kind of confused about how it works. I'd like to get one that was dire, but I think it's based off of. I think if I read correctly, it was based off how often you heal your pet during battle or something. But I don't know. I'll have to probably check for real. This area is probably where I need to get the fan. Starts picking fights. Get some coin out of it. I actually like this expansion a lot. I also liked the Cantha one too. But I think Cantha and this one have kind of got me. This one's like Nightfall or something. Got me the best. I think partly it's because of two reasons why. Cantha was fun because it did give a better walk up to like how the game should be played compared to me doing the first expansion. But or the default one. But I also feel like this one I like because it has the Sunspear history. And I spent a lot of time in Path of Fire and Guild Wars 2. And they go into the Sunspear, like, situation and things. So, like, I don't necessarily like them as a group, per se. They're not, like, my favorite. But I know I've heard a lot about them that's like, oh, hey, this is cool. Nostalgia. Because in Guild Wars 2, they're kind of, like, a scattered group. They're kind of, like, not a big group anymore. They exist, but they're not really organized anymore. They've been cast aside, essentially. Or been broken apart due to betrayals. Which is cool, lore-wise. And you do have the option to bring them together and bring them back, and then they become a group again. Not a very strong as a group, because they're weak in numbers, but they still have, like, their organization and their beliefs. So it's, like, still living, it's just there's not many of them left. Which is kind of cool. So I think that's why I like this one, other than the fact that the area is very interesting and the build-up's a little bit softer. I think someone had said at one point in chat a long time ago that they did better with their expansions because then they realized how to, like, make it a little bit easier for players to learn things. So that might be a factor, to be fair. I also like the grass and whatnot here. The kind of oasis themed area. But yeah, I think I like my tiger better in Guild Wars 1. I don't know why. I think it's also probably not because he's hitting harder. I think it's just easier to see him. He's orange with black stripes. My stalker on my main character, my main ranger, runs off into the distance and I can't see them half the time. Because I'm looking for the avatar, not the names over them, even though I should be looking for the names. That's the correct way to be doing it. But I've sent you a route. Do I have to need sentient route for something? I don't remember. I'm gonna go in here, I think, and we're gonna see if this guy is the one with the iron flesh. I think if I go turn one in, I can get something out of it. Where is he at? I think this is the other collector I need to go to. Nightfall is definitely my preferred starting area, and you can get heroes sooner, yeah. Traders in... Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, this is where I think the sentient seed is that I was talking to him about. Because I remember that. Let's see. Sorry, I was thinking, like, I still remember where the other one was. But I'll find them. It isn't a big deal. at least we can turn one thing in. Maybe if I turn something in, the game will be like, oh shit, she's ready for the next. It won't, but I could hope, you know, that the game starts thinking that way. Man, I've also noticed that since they like updated the game, that a lot of people are in the major cities right now in all expansions. It's amazing. I'm very happy for Guild Wars 1 for that. Like, good on them. Okay, good. I only need one. Thank the Lord, I only needed one. Okay, we've obtained that one. And the other one is in Dawn Champion. Let's see what the champion one needs. I don't know if he needs. I think he. Where is he at? Is this one it? I think this is the guy. Yeah. So let's see with multiple districts again for sure. Yeah, this is definitely sure. Okay, so you need 2 of them. Yeah, so you're the plant one. I'm gonna step out. I wonder if... Yeah. I think those plant ones were over here, right? At the back. I'm gonna go here and do it again. See, like I said, it was just, to me, it's like interesting because I like seeing the different races and stuff. Because, like, even though I know technically the Sun Spirit is just human race, the different groups and districts and stuff. Because in Guild Wars 2, the White Mantle exists, but it's really like a dying cult. And most of the ones that are existing that are still around are basically the dying the ghosts and the death and the hauntings and stuff. They're all over the plains. Okay, so cool. So I figure, because I figured that's where I need to get them dropped. But we're gonna go back over here again, see if we can get one to drop it. And then we can get the slate fin. What? I saw something like disintegrate under you. What was that? That's a weird effect that just kind of like, falls apart under you. I do think I think this one's their design on this one, the Abois are huge. It's terrifying. But I feel like Guild Wars 2 did a really good job making it look like nightmare fuel. Because these are scary looking, but Guild Wars 2 made their face mouth way more animated. But that's not a good thing. They took inspiration from Guild Wars 1 real well and were like, yeah, let's make it really scary. Let's twitch it up. We'll make them tiny too. Because they're like, the thing about these ones are a lot easier to hit because they're so much bigger. In Guild Wars 2, they're about half the size compared to the Toon. Except for the veterans and the moms and the big boss ones. And then they're bigger. But like, I think that's just for hitting purposes more than it is the actual size of the creature. But it's terrifying because you're like, oh, look at that ankle biter that has like these tentacles just flying out of their mouth like a dog. They're a dying cult after I got through them. Yeah. Yeah. See, but yeah, so this is what I'm saying, like, in Guild Wars 2, they're like, and like, there's still some of them existing, but once you get, like, through Living World, like, I think 3 or 4 or something, they're technically gone. The only ones left are, like, the echo of them, or, like, the haunted ghosts of them and stuff. It's terrifying. But, like, I also like how Guild Wars 1 did not go easy on the Mantle. Because the Mantle are terrifying for what they are. Their name makes them sound silly, and then you start getting into it, and they're like, oh, these guys are cult leaders who believed in sacrificial behaviors. It's horrible. There were 3 and 4s. Okay. That's fair. Oh god, though. I forgot what I was gonna say because I was gonna say something else about it. Not that it was anything crazy. I think my biggest concern was, or my biggest, like... Oh, sorry, there's a lot of them here. Look at the... At least they're not attacking me. That's kind of nice. I clicked the wrong one. I was aiming for a different key. Aiming for 5, I think. Instead of 4. He dropped 7 coin. That's messed up. Okay. Nothing happened there. Take out some of these guys back here. Also, another thing that I thought was very shocking compared to 1 versus 2 is the searing air location. Because in Guild Wars 2, Ascalonia is basically recovered. Like, the foliage has grown back. Like, it's not... It's still got some searing, like, negative things, ruins, stuff like that, but civilization's built back up. Like, there's new cities and stuff, there's new villages, humans and Char living in the area. It's mostly Char ruled, though, because it's their territory now. But, like, it's not as devastating. And then you look at this, and I was like, this Syrian can't be that bad. It's just this whole half of the continent. I'm like, oh, shit, never mind. My bad. That's not at all what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, the Chars nuked Ascalonia, basically. Yeah, they did. Hold up, I'm going to switch videos real quick.
And we can just dance the night away.